Lego 1, 2, 3, yes I'm back again. And let me talk about the one who saves. And let me talk about the one who came. And let me talk about the fishes of man. Yo, he's the king and the king of kings, giver of bread, the one who died and conquered death. Still the same, Alpha Omega till the end. Heaven sent, let me just give him praise.
Wana ulimi za nyoka nipe roho ya simba. Mimi mjane mimi mtoto yatima. Nipo kazizi thoughts kiunda vina niwe under influence ya kolod sio mambichwa. Was living in kinda lost nimesafishwa. Now I'm living in love to God nimezaliwa. And now we busy, akiki ni feeling the spirit niko easy. Stishiki nimebatizwa.
I wanna thank you Lord for who you are. I wanna thank you Lord for what you've done. All I wanna do is love you. All I wanna do is serve you. All I wanna do is love you, is love you, is love you.
Kuna time nilikuwa na pressure kuruka. Nilitafuta pesa na pupa but sana kesha nimelewa bila wesi tainuka sona kusaka baadaye niweze kusepa na ibuka. Uni dress kama shujaa na kabit ni fresh bana dunda got na kuimpressa na in less no regrets sasa ni sets what to pull up.
Why you still obsessed? Yesterday it's a gone case. Focus with the future, stop with the long chase. That will make it possible. No more blinded. No more blinded. Sin is so sweet, yes you love the sweet, yes, but the aftermath is killing you softly. Regret, focus fading away. Meditation is just a name. You wanna walk away, yes you wanna pay the debt.
I wanna thank you Lord for who you are. I wanna thank you Lord for what you've done. All I wanna do is love you. All I wanna do is serve you. All I wanna do is love you, is love you, is love you. Every time, every minute, all the days that I'm living, I know that everything's alright. Cause you do me well, I just gotta tell of all your goodness and love, oh God. How you been so good to me, I cannot hide. I just gotta stand here and testify. All I wanna do is love you. All I wanna do is serve you. All I wanna do is love you, is love you, is love you. I wanna thank you Lord for who you are. I wanna thank you Lord for what you've done. All I wanna do is love you. All I wanna do is serve you. All I wanna do is love you, is love you, is love you. All I wanna do is love you. All I wanna do is serve you. All I wanna do is love you, is love you, is love you. I wanna thank you Lord for who you are. I wanna thank you Lord for what you've done.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our radio.
Yo, see them boy want be everything in a life. Well on Father Churchill King of explains.
I'm under pressure. Kusifast the kingdom au pesa. Kuishi for Christ ama kutesa. I'm under pressure. Na fight juu ya pleasure. Ama kwenda chacho kukesha. Kulive double life kama Tyler Perry. Kuje mix kagiveri. Staki alidae nipate la heri. Huyu Yesu mwana wa Mary.
Hizo natuliza hizo mapresha. Turn it up. Hizo mapresha. Hizo natuliza hizo mapresha. Hizo mapresha.
I'm under pressure.
Hizo natuliza hizo mapresha. Turn it up. Hizo mapresha.
I'm under pressure.
Hizo mapresha. Hizo mapresha.
I'm under pressure, left and right. I'm under pressure, do this and do that. I'm under pressure, we demand we are. I'm under pressure.
Hizo natuliza hizo mapresha.
I coulda do this, then again me do that. I coulda stay home, then again me bounce out. Say man a bad man, then again a good man. Man a thief, then again a pastor. Kinda slow, but me moving faster. Kinda big deal, then again low profile. Did they church, then again me clapping. See me dancing, then again me singing. See me dancing, then again see me born again, then again now me walking, then again, Lord mercy, see me I say I'm under pressure.
Hizo natuliza hizo mapresha. Turn it
pressure. We demand we are. I'm under pressure.
It's not to listen, it's on my pressure.
See me dancing, then again, see me born again, then again, now me walking, then again, Lord mercy. See me I say, I'm under pressure, left and right. I'm under pressure, do this and do that. I'm under pressure, we demand we are. I'm under pressure,
Like a soldier, body in a step.
I'm under
It's not to
pressure.
listen, it's on my pressure. Turn it up, it's on my pressure.
I'm under
It's
pressure.
not to listen, it's on my pressure. Yeah, it's on my pressure.
I'm under pressure, left and right. I'm under pressure, do this and do that. I'm under pressure, we demand we are. I'm under pressure,
It's not to listen, it's on my pressure.
I'm under
It's not to
pressure.
listen, it's on my pressure. Turn it up, it's on my pressure.
I'm under pressure.
It's on my pressure. Yeah, it's on my pressure. It's not to listen, it's on my pressure. Turn it up, it's on my pressure. It's not to listen, it's on my pressure. Yeah, it's on my pressure.
It's drama.
Okay,
Real time.
okay. Abanigeto tuna preach. Mitai na nuna youth wana rock heavy metal design ya chuma. Na preach ghetto so ampia tuna kuje stream ni nightmare kumejama kruga. Kila mtu anadai kukula. I got shine na si type ya jula. Underground nime hike masua. Meditation medication juu my style ndio kiwa. Content mistari kama lines za kura. I got links si kind ya Cuban. I got juice si German Buddha. Wagwandan confused nimekam na Juda. I got 5 on it Kajuma. Nilikuwa ready sija happen sooner. Ustake jua na Christ I'm sure. Juvile na twist flow utadhani time ya rumba. Hey. Okay. Okay. Aye. Okay. Okay. Abanigeto tuna niachie hiyo ndio ghetto mantra. Shika hit I'm the bomb tatatanka. Saka web juu hawa maqueen wana drama si chocho na good looks. Even the devil wears Prada. Feel the music after that. Feel the anger juu na hakuliko whiskey. Vivile nafanya niko rada. One God no other. Got more focus than these lenses. None can shatter. I'm bringing it back with the pen design ya kanda. I'm feeling the love na nunga mkono tuzidi kukanda. Nina geri mabrejin wadapa. Stishiki na past life up to the future walaba. Nina Christ on this I'm sure. Hope uko ready and happen sooner. Ustake jua you high na prove that. Vile na twist flow utadhani time ya rumba. Hey. Okay. Okay. Aye. Okay. Okay. Abanigeto tuna. Don't give me the lighter, be the lighter instead. You mimi ni fighter. Christ up with the shusha we say. The rhythm is tighter. Dude I'm the typer. Na let a hyper cause in truth we trend. Na see the elements of surprise. No deny we tryna walk in the line. Bold in Christ, the enemy stalks in the spice on the rasta. Can liberate the people, no lies. Start a fire. Hey go wicked man. Girls and Gia Zako, them wicked plans. In Christ I'm still fitted man. Nakasi yeah. What's your interest man? Now from the ghetto to na preach. Okay. Hapa ni facts what you wish. Okay. Facts what you wish. Hapa ni ghetto to na preach. On the ghetto to na preach. Okay. Hapa ni facts what you wish. Okay. Facts what you wish. Hapa ni ghetto to na preach.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Good
good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, boys and girls. My name is Caroline Murote. Karibu sana to Sheversations. This is a space where we amplify female voices, and you are tuned in to Power Radio. All right, here we tune in and power up. And our hashtags are Sheversations with Caroline Murote, hashtag Sheversations, and hashtag Power Radio. In case you want to have a conversation directly with us, you can text, call, send us a voice note on 0748 379231. And this beautiful Monday morning, top of the week, we have been ushered into a Sheversation today with Thank You by Churchill King, Stony Jew, and Annette Tanaya. We have Under Pressure by Churchill King again and Hope Kid, and Okay by Stony Jew akisema tuna preach pale ghetto. Yes, what is your message today? What is a good message that you are preaching to yourself today? What are you telling yourself today? Me personally, Kenya najiambia is that it's always okay to start over. You can always start over because inafikanga mahali where you feel really defeated, and then lazima ujikumbushe that you can start. As long as you're alive, there is always another chance to start over regardless. It's never too late. And a lot of people that really motivate me excuse me, wow, my throat. Geriatrics, just this elderly people, and you watch their videos and then you see somebody, nearly watch a video, a 67-year-old man who is essentially a grandpa who does social media videos with his son, and I've forgotten it. And essentially what he does is that anapata young people who are doing some physical activity, very high adrenaline physical activity, and then he's like, hey, can I join you guys? So whether they're skating, playing basketball, and then he takes that opportunity to rip off his shirt because, again, it's a high adrenaline, just high energy, and often it's outside in the outdoors on a hot day. And then he takes the opportunity after sweating kidogo kukimbia nao watu, because watu wanamshanga huyu ni mzee akona white hair, amevaa hizi, what are they called, these old people kofias, hizi zenye zinakuanga flat, hizi za those ones, them, the flat little kofias. I wish I could remember the names. And then they're like, oh my God, what's up with this white guy, with this old white guy? Alafu anatoa shati and he shows a 10-pack, guys. This man does not have a 6-pack, he has a 10-pack. And the point is, their story is that the son is a physical trainer, and then he started training at, I think, 50-something years old, and now he's 67. Actually, started training at 63. I've remembered. So 4 years of training, akona 6-pack, mzee. Sasa wewe, you in your 20s, you in your 30s, you in your 40s, you want to feel like it's too late to start? No. If somebody like that is still excited about life, you should be excited about life. And that's my encouragement to you this particular Monday morning. So I hope that you keep up your energies for this new week. And because life is a good thing, I'm gonna leave you in the hands of Good Thing by Lisa Odor, Noah and Riga, to Fanikisha, Blinky Bill and Lisa Odor, No Indifferent by Brandy Mana and Enoch Owambo. My loves, that this is for you.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our
See you looking and I know you see me looking too. Mambo Vippy, mommy, of course I wanna get with you. Don't overthink it, I could be your Mr. Right now, let me be your present.
You feel like riding a whirlwind, and I coast on your every word, feeling for a few moments when all I wanted was a look. And she'll be lucky, I bet, 'cause she don't have to see your feet walking away from her.
Believe me, I have eyes for only you.
Maybe I got lost in it. Maybe you were safe. Maybe you are a good thing. You are a good thing. Loving you is like poison to me, but you go down so easy, and I can't help myself. Your name feels like the remedy, but you build me broken. I can't shake the feeling you're staying did more wrong to me. What were you supposed to be.
Only you can make me act the way I do. Let me treat you like I know you deserve to be treated. I felt the vibe, you felt the vibe, and then you retreated. My motive's an open book, I think you should read it. Not really forbidden fruit, I think we should eat it. I'm the one you needed even though you hesitate. You should be running to my arms, instead you run away. I'm doing everything I know to do to make you stay. I'll make you stay.
Maybe I got lost in it. Maybe you were safe. Maybe you were a good thing. You are a good thing, but you're just not good for
You made
my
of those one-of-a-kind details. You pushed me forward knowing we would fail. Propped me up just like a sign for sale. And I always knew you'd never commit to me. So you fed me ideas, suggesting on where you could or were supposed to be. Bent me over backwards with your kindness. Didn't think that my blindness was as a result of your charms. They say true lovers wear their hearts on their sleeves, and it wasn't hard to see the gaps between the lies you told me.
Come on, why you gotta be like that? It doesn't have to end this way. Stop constantly analyzing what I do and what I say. Nature for players to play. When I'm with you, I wanna change. Please give us another chance. I'm really, really sorry.
Don't apologize, this is the court of appeal. You're here to plead your case because you stepped with too much zeal. The misdemeanor was coming like you were perfect for me. I hope the palace of your lies becomes your penitentiary.
Maybe I got lost in it. Maybe you were safe. Maybe you were a good thing. You are a good thing.
Believe me, I advise for only you.
Maybe I got lost in it. Maybe you were safe. Maybe you are a good thing. You are a good thing, but you're just not good for my health.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our radio.
Season after season, I need to remind me. You give everything and you get nowhere. Everybody think you got it easy. They don't see the cost like you see it. Am I not good enough? Don't bring a man down. Just wanna stand tall and add a good win. Hope that you get that.
Funny kishe, funny kishe, oh lo lo lo. Funny kishe, funny kishe, oh lo lo lo. Funny kishe, funny kishe, oh lo lo lo. Funny kishe, funny kishe, oh lo lo lo.
Forgive me, I went left here, looking for the right time. Not for the faint or the weekend now. Being alive is a feat and a ooh nah nah. On it again, put in the bed, don't meet again. I'ma rather race here, set the pace here, manifest get the case here.
Funny kishe, funny kishe, oh lo lo lo. 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 Funny kishe, funny kishe.
It's a push and pull, and the rise and fall. Do you get what you want? Do you get what you need? Is it thoughts and deeds? See the brain man peace in the cold they breathe. Yeah, we want some ease. 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 Forgive me that I left here, looking for the right for the faint of the weak, you know. Being alive is a feat.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our radio.
Dirty man, unadhani I'm in need of your opinion. You keep telling me to stay, but I'm moving on. Jumi siwezi kaa place moja. Oh no, 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 I like growth, yeah, yeah. Why you so afraid of change? And think about what people say. Go get up, yep, step up. And I think it's time to upset the setup. I move different. No intentions to be basic, baby. Move different. Oh, you can try compare. Move different. I just bought me a whip, bad girl a drip. Move different. That is cause of the World Cup. They know me, you know. You think you know me now, not anymore. I'm sipping wine, I ain't eating a rope. I listen on me now, you missing on me now. You wish you know me now, nothing you know. Supposed to know me now, not anymore. I'm sipping wine, I ain't eating a rope. I listen on me now, you missing on me now. Cause I'm different. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm different. I'm different, different.
Yeah. Nico different, bad vibes intolerant. Every step I take it up with confidence. Usisikize pressure, cheza kiwewe kidinji danger.
Conversations in a change, vitu squeezy strange. Sai wezi gauge nani stuck on stage.
Everyone is on a different page. Mimi it's mini ray.
Know me, you know. You think you know me now, not anymore. I'm sipping wine, I ain't eating a rope. I listen on me now, you missing on me now. You wish you know me now, nothing you know. Supposed to know me now, not anymore. I'm sipping wine, I ain't eating a rope. I listen on me now, you missing on me now. Cause I'm different. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm different. I'm different, different. No bad energy, baby girl I be. Everything you need is right there with me. Bad energy, no bad energy, no more bad, no upset. Yeah, you gotta upset the set, upset the set, upset the set. Yeah, you gotta upset the set, upset the set. They know they just want more. Yeah, yeah, you're gonna upset the set, upset.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Hey, so that was a good thing by Lisa Odor Noah and Riga, a Funny Kisha by Blinky Bill and Lisa Odor Noah, and Different by Brandy Minor and Enoch Wambua. I hope that you are enjoying the show. Please do let us know how you are feeling about today's Sheversations. 0748379231. You can send us an SMS, you can text us on WhatsApp, you can call us, you can send us a voice note, and then we can have that conversation directly. But for now, let's get into what is happening. What has been happening? These are the news updates for what's been going on with the girlies this past few days. And we are celebrating the Kenyan women sweep. Yes, they have swept the world distance races, the titles in Tokyo, guys. That's a national, yani all the distant races, zote in the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. Wamezi sweep zote. The Kenyan girlies, they're like, listen, we don't have to. Yani every single race, the gold was taken by a Kenyan woman. Kenyan men mko wapi? Like, we have celebrated you all these years, and I don't understand where the Kenyan men are, because the girls are out. They have outdone themselves. Like, we dedicated Friday's show to these girlies, and today again we are going to talk about them. But yes, Kenya has made athletics history in Tokyo. Kenyan women won every major distant event from the 800 meters through to the marathon, including championship victories in the 800 meters, 1500 meters, 5000 meters, the 10,000 meters, the steeplechase, and the marathon. How many races are those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different races. Kenya has taken gold. That means that 6 gold medals for Kenya, not mentioning others that we got. A couple of gents did a thing, right? And this wins underline the Kenyan dominance in distant running, and hoping that it's going to have a ripple effect in funding for women's sports, particularly athletics programs and youth programs at home. Come on, Serikali, this is the time. This is the time for the government to say, listen, we are going to lock in. This is the time. Yes, and among these ladies, we had Lillian Odera, we had Faith Kipyegon, Beatrice Chebet, Faith Cherotich, and Paris Jepchirchir, who delivered an unprecedented clean sweep in all major distant events, and they used tactical pacing, right? Endurance and finishing speed. That's one thing I noticed about these Kenyan ladies, okay? They are going to wait until Pale Mwisho, and then they're going to show you umechoka. By the umechoka, they're going to leave you in their dust. And that's something that I've noticed. Kuna strategy, okay? So these girlies are not just winning by luck, by chance. They're not just hungry for a good time. They're not just hungry for a win. They're actually tactical, and they've been planning this. And it's just the most beautiful sight. And yeah, this championships concluded yesterday, the 21st of September, and this is a beautiful performance, a first that has almost never been seen before, okay? And Kenya has done that with the girlies. They said every single distance race, it's gonna be us. And let me tell you how we're gonna continue this streak. If we as a country continue to support our Kenyan women, we are going to have more Kenyans qualifying in these particular races, increasing our chances of winning. Because these ladies, walifika uko aje, if these ladies had not been given the opportunity to race, we would not be celebrating an all distant races sweep by the Kenyan girlies. So we better hold on to what does it actually mean for us to support our girlies. Now let's give a special highlight to Lillian Odera, right? Who in a blistering women's 800 final, she surged in the last 30 meters to win gold and set a championship record, right? And this is a breakthrough victory that capped Kenya's distant domination, right? And she's one of the 6 ladies who did a thing, and she said, we don't have time for you. We really do not have time for anybody else, right? Now, we are celebrating on one hand what the Kenyan girlies are doing. Meanwhile, on this other side, in Uganda, what has trended in the past week, unfortunately, is death in Dubai, which is all about the Dubai Porta Potty. Dubai Porta Potty tumediscuss. Mnakumbuka Kileleshwa? Mnakumbuka estate, ilikuwa inaitwa estate gani? Do you guys remember the girlies that were eating poo-poo just the beginning of this year? Actually ni kama tumesahau. Kilimani estate something 50 something, I've forgotten kabisa the name of this place, where our Kenyan girlies, young girlies, Gen Z girlies, baddies, line up to essentially be sold out to go and eat a defecation, poo-poo. Yeah, for the sake of being paid. Kuna huyo mwingine mwenye, mnakumbuka, let me remind you guys how gross this is, because we did highlight the Dubai Porta Potty as the trend that really has started, or rather has popularized this nonsense. You know, before it even came to Kenya, Dubai imekuwa na si ati haijakuwa Kenya, but before it was popularized in Kenya, especially on social media, it has been around from time immemorial, because I remember that show where we gave that report on whatever was going on in Kileleshwa and Kilimani, in some of those estates with regards to fetishes and some disgusting things. Those trends were popularized in Dubai first. And a good example of how gross and eerie the stories get is where there was a girl that shared on social media that these girls are often intentionally impregnated and have their fetuses aborted, and then they have their fetuses placed in blenders and blended and then mixed with their food, and then they are forced to eat this food. So essentially, you give birth to a child, actually you miscarry a child, you abort a child, make sure that the uterus is there, the fetus, not the uterus, the fetus is there, put that fetus in a blender and slap that thing up like a smoothie. This is the reality that we're living in. But yeah, what's been going on is that there was an investigation. BBC Africa Eyes, a new investigation, death in Dubai, hashtag Dubai Porta Potty, traces the deaths of young Ugandan women and alleges a trafficking network and online sexual exploitation tied to Dubai high-rise incidents. And this series is already driving calls for cross-border investigations and victim protections. Guys, how many times have we talked about human trafficking? And we understand, you know, kuna nduta, you know, there are so many girlies that, you know, we've had international outcry of msiwawe, because, you know, there are our Kenyan drag mules being trafficked, or allowing yourself to be a drag trafficker, because there's two things: as being trafficked, you know, against your will. Number two, allowing yourself to be trafficked for the sake of being a drag mule. But we don't talk about the sex trafficking enough. And we do remember, again, BBC Africa's investigation by our very own Njeri Mwangi on Mai Mahio. Mnakumbuka Mai Mahio, just about a month and some ago. That was something that was hot and trending, a conversation that unfortunately dies down once the news cycle runs its due. It's very unfortunate that we don't talk about this conversations as often as we should. But essentially, journalist Runako Selena, who is a Caribbean UK journalist, right, participated in a multi-part documentary investigating the deaths of several young Ugandan women linked to trafficking, exploitative sex networks, and suspicious high-rise falls. And the notable cases include Monique Karungi, who was known as Monarchies, and others, right? And this was shared this particular month, right? And you can find this on the BBC Africa YouTube page. And this is very sad, because this is a story that comes out from deceptive recruitment promises and deaths, you find a lot of withheld documents, a lot of coercion, and a lot of party networks, right? So a portable potty essentially is you as a woman na mdomo yako, because men will literally take the number 2, it will literally take a shit, for lack of a better phrasing, in your mouth so that you can get paid. And what happens is that these men pay you, wanakulipa in advance, wanakulipa. Imagine sahi venye you're looking at Ruto's economy. Mi nilisema nime reject Ruto's economy. I'm gonna be the Lulu. That is not my economy. But like, imagine the economy in 2024 Kenya, and then a man that you've never met sends you 5 million. 5 million in your account, anakuambia book yourself a ticket. In fact, anakubukia, anakutumia pesa ya passport, anakutumia travel expenses, anakuambia buy the best of everything, look beautiful girly, this is for your hair, this is for your bags, this is for your outfits. And then they're like, yeah, just come. Imagine, guys, do you know how many girls are gonna go? I don't mean to say that Kenyan girls are shallow, but I'm saying that Kenyan girls are shallow. I'm saying that any girl in poverty anywhere will be shallow in this particular case. And it's not something shocking, because it's 2025. It's 2025. And poverty or sleeping with a man. And right now, giving yourself away to somebody in 2025, for a lot of girls in the era of sexual liberation and body positivity, and oh, it's my life, sijui, don't judge me, I'm a grown up, I can do what I want. It's not something strange having a sponsor or dating a boy because of his money, a guy because of his money. It just gets you one step closer. It gets you one step closer to a very prominent, very rich man genuinely supporting your life so that he can go and take a dump in your mouth. I see how it happens, because if you look at Mona Kiz's story, according to the Dev in Dubai documentary, you'd realize that she was actually promised a job to be a waitress. She knew that she's going to be a waitress. She understood that she's going to be hosting. She's going to be working in a hotel. But then she gets there and she's making this money and everything. But then they say that no, she actually did have a boss. So they have the trafficker in Uganda that connects these girls and gets their documents, everything, verifies them, gets them abroad. And then they have the pimp on the other side who essentially pimps them out for sex. And he says, because there's an undercover journalist who posed as a rich man who wanted to get some pretty girls for a party. Pretty girls for a party, guys, it's not just for the gram. No, it's for your vajayjay. They want your vajayjay. They want to haribu you guys. They want to put you upside down. They want to kunja you like chapati. And then they're going to pay you for it, because for them, that's okay. For them, that's not an issue. So when you hear a guy looking for girls for a party and there's a man offering girls, that is essentially prostitution. So it doesn't matter what your family believes you're doing and the good life that you're living on the gram. You're essentially a prostitute. And it's very, very sad, because a lot of these girls, like Mona Kiza's stories, don't end up in this situation by chance. So what happens is that you're told, okay, sasa tutakulipia nyumba, because you can't afford it, and then you owe us. And because you owe us, we're going to take your documents. And because there's nothing you can do and there's nowhere you can go and you don't know anyone else in this country, you're going to have to pay your money. You're literally going to have to do what we want until you make enough money to pay us back for what we have done for you, because it's not free. Unaona maisha tumekupea, it's not free. Air ticket, it's not free. And it's also very different from the 4 or 5 year contracts that a lot of people get in the UAE, because I think a lot of us Kenyans have a relative or two. Mwenye anawaku huko majuu, anawaki Iraq, Iran, wherever, like in those Middle East countries, or in the in the Emirates, right? And unfortunately, there are 2 types of contracts, and either way, you will be thrown off a building. The chances of you being thrown off a building or coming back with your limbs cut off, very, very high. So is there any glamour? And also, that's something that our president has said. He said that there are so many good jobs for young people, uko maju, uko abroad. And how many of those women have come back saying that it was a scam and that wanauliwa, they're being mistreated, they're being trafficked for sex, they're sex slaves or just actual slaves. And makes me wonder why our a commander in general would advocate for such things when there are stories such as this. But we thank God for investigative journalists. Shout out to Ronako Selena, because she has done her due. Shout out to Njeri Mwangi, because what was that going on in Mai Mahio, and the fact that it's still happening, the fact that the county government was like, no, there's no such thing going on. Yeah, I remember when people were being thrown shit in their face a few weeks ago, and the OCS said, hakuna shida. The governor said that there's a problem and Nairobians need to keep safe. And then the OCS, the police guy, said, yeah, Nairobi is such a safe city. And so Delulu, honestly, guys, seems to be the order of the day, unfortunately, when it comes to coming to terms with the evils that be in our country and in our region. Yes. Moving right along, we have an open data day in Kigali, right, our neighboring country, that spotlights the gender gap in technology and data access for women. So this happened on the 12th of September, and this particular event was centered on the technology gender gap, urging governments and civil society to open data sets that help measure and fix inequalities facing women in tech and public services. We say that data is king for a reason, because anytime you are urging for something, they'll ask you, where are the signatures? Where is your support? How many? Ukisema watu wamesema, watakuuliza ni nani na nani na nani. And that's why a country needs to take a census, first of all, to be able to even measure its GDP, to be able to measure the rate of growth in that particular country. You need numbers, statistics. Data is king. And so the Open Data Day, essentially, by the Open Knowledge Foundation and local partners, has had activities and workshops focused on gender disaggregated data and women's access to technology, right? Where organizers highlighted that better public data helps design services for women in the area of health, finance, and safety. And this event called for inclusive data practices, because better data equals better policy for girls and women in tech and civic life across East Africa. And this is according to the Open Knowledge Foundation, and they released this particular findings on the 12th of September. Okay, so this is something that you might want to get into if you're a girly that believes that data is king, and you are particularly interested in empowering other girlies in the tech space. And globally, we do have the Aurora Tech Award, right? That unveiled an $85,000 prize fund for women-led tech startups, spotlighting new funding streams and visibility for African women founders and signaling a growing investor attention. So, guys, let's make our money. Let's make our money. So, yeah, we are gonna come back with a couple more stories, but for now, let's just go on a short music break.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
He's looking into my eyes, and I hold my breath.
sunrise to sunset, all day
So
and
this is
night.
Flozz.
Power Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sheversations, and we are diving back into our stories of what's happening. But that was too young by Mudhaka. Are we too young? Are we too young? Me personally, I'm gonna be young forever. So yes, the answer is yes every single time. Yes, but what were we talking about? We were talking about the different things that are frustrating us with regards to what's going on with the girlies. Yes, but also the wins, the fact that we are receiving an 85,000 US dollars grant to support women for women-led tech startups, right? By the Aurora Tech Award. So y'all better get your innovation up, your entrepreneurship up, because kuna pesa ukuinje if you're just ready for it. But now let's look into the new Kenya-focused maternal mortality analysis released in BMC, right? And a new peer-reviewed analysis in BMC maps maternal mortality and stillbirth trends across Kenyan counties, finding persistent hotspots and calling for targeted health system investments to protect mothers and newborns. Okay. And this particular trends in maternal mortality and stillbirths were, research using health facility data from 2011 to 2022, right? And the analysis highlights a variation across counties, the data quality issues, and the program grants and program gaps, pardon. And the authors recommend focused maternal health interventions, stronger data systems, and blood supply, as well as obstetric emergency readiness. So essentially, we are talking about, are our mothers safe? Are the babies safe? And this is something that has seen very worrying trends since we got away, the two presidencies ago. Our first lady, Margaret Kenyatta, was somebody who was very, very passionate about making sure that mothers and babies are healthy during childbirth and afterwards. And right now, we are seeing a gap in that. So we need to safeguard the measures that we need to take care of our mothers in our country. And that's why we're going to continue having these conversations. But in the space of art and celebrating artists, yes, Nyashinsky has dropped a new album, Riasu, right? That has female collaborators and just a lot of urban Kenyan storytelling. So yeah, if in case you've been living under a rock, Nyashinsky has been doing the thing since before some of you were born, right? And he released his new album this week with themes of city life, resilience, and the rollout spotlighted Kenyan producers and female collaborators, right? Which underscores a space for women creatives in mainstream promotion cycles. Okay, this particular album has 13 tracks, right? And this release highlights the commercial ecosystem and opportunities for female producers, for female artists and female promoters to gain visibility, right? And this matters for women in creative industries. You need to know that there's a space for you even in in male-led spaces in our country. But yes, for today, these are the stories that we have for you. This is what has been happening, and we are going to come back and just talk about today's in my opinion, in your opinion, and we're gonna dive into that after a music break. So enjoy, and I'll see you in just a bit.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Will you pick me up when I fall down? Will you help me as I stand my ground? Kila niendapo nishikilie nilinde. When my heart is racing, take me unitulize. Niwe, niwe. niwezeshe kuelewa mapenzi yako. Juni wewe, 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 wewe. Juni wewe, wewe, wewe tu. There are many times I know I have been afraid, but when I look to you, I know you're not far away. I cannot do this on my own, so I pray. Unipende, unibebe, unilinde. Nipe upendo, nipe uwezo, nipe nguvu ya kusimama mbele ya adui wako. Take all my failures every time I am falling. Niwezeshe kuelewa mapenzi yako. How can I be afraid? You are with me everywhere I go. Jana, leo, hata kesho. Pick me up when I'm falling down. I will never be the same. Siwezi milele bila wewe. Oh, 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 oh. Nipe upendo, nipe uwezo, ati nipe nguvu ya kusimama mbele ya adui wako. Take all my failures every time I am falling. Niwezeshe kuelewa mapenzi yako. Nipe upendo, nipe uwezo, nipe nguvu ya kusimama mbele ya adui wako. Take all my failures every time I am falling. Niwezeshe kuelewa mapenzi yako. Oh, 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 oh. One more time. Nipe upendo, nipe uwezo, nipe nguvu ya kusimama mbele ya adui wako. Take all my failures every time I am falling. Niwezeshe kuelewa mapenzi yako. Hey, yeah, yeah. Take all my failures every time I fall in. Niwezeshe kuelewa mapenzi yako. Journey, thank you guys. In case you don't make it to church tomorrow, you had today. Yeah.
Nimependwa nikapendeka, wanasema nimerogwa, sina noma. Ananifaa mimi, ananipea mahaba kwa wingi. msimu yote, yeah. Naamini ashapata ubavu wake, na ni mimi hapa ndugu. Tamu sana mapenzi, tamu sana, tamu sana mapenzi, tamu sana mapenzi, tamu sana, ni tamu sana, ni tamu sana, ni tamu. Ninamjua, ananijua, ananielewa zaidi, ananijua, na nikinuna ananituliza, ananibembeleza, roho inatulia, ananiamini, ninamwamini, hatuna siri, twaenda na shilingi kwa ya pili, na sio siri, kupendwa raha kwanza na wewe, kupendwa tena sana, inadonjo tu vibaya. Amini usiamini, hapa sitawahi penda mwingine. Nikiwa na yeye haunipati, na nikiwa na yeye haumpati, na nikiwa na yeye it's a party. Nikiwa na yeye hakutaki, na nikiwa na yeye sikutaki, yeah. Tamu sana mapenzi, tamu sana. Tamu sana mapenzi, 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 ni tamu tena sana, ni tamu tena sana.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Said I wanna change the world now. A couple years later, still wanna change the world, but the task seems a little greater. It's more complex, but I shouldn't back down. God had my back then, still has my back now. I'm thankful that I have a degree, but with every new tool comes a new responsibility. It's insignificant to seek greener pastures to study, just so you can call me master. In and of itself, it's of no significance if my God-given skills don't make a difference in this country. Kuwa busy CBD, najitahidi kujenga hii CBD. Nairobi kuna matata mengi, man solo siwezi kufanya any. I look to you, you show me what to do, and I pray that you show others too. In my city, my country, my Africa. My city, my country, my Africa. In my city, my country, my Africa. I love my Africa. That I should humble myself for more than myself. An entire generation is in need of thy help, to turn from sin in your face to start seeking for the dark continent to be a light beacon. Lord, heal the land, unveil your plan, the African leadership that only you can provide to your people. Lord, you guide, help us tap the potential you placed inside of 1 billion plus masses, to be certain in your promise, not just taxes, a death, a famine, a war or disease. For your will, we spend time on our knees, and we still work hard, not just for the needs, but for me and my continent, to find the means to be a blessing to the world and generations to be. I pray to leave a legacy, I pray to see my city, my country, my continent the way you envision us. I'm confident that your kingdom isn't limited to the pearly gates, alive and moving through your people as it permeates every aspect of living. Love and action, the only one worth giving. I pray to be a part of this African story when it's told solely to your glory. I pray for my city, my country, my Africa. My Africa. I love my Africa. My Africa. My city, my country, my Africa. My Africa, present and the future of Africa. My Africa, my Africa, my Africa, my Africa, my Africa. I love my Africa. My Africa, my Africa.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Yes, and that is Mr. Riga himself, na Kato Changi saying My Africa. And right before that, we had Tamu by Zaituni Wamboi and Mother Kakasema Wewe. That was a live edition. Already. It is 5 minutes past half past the day here on Sheversations, and where you can reach out to us is 0748379231. Please do leave a comment there on the YouTube comment section. Let us know how the show is going. If you have a question, you have something to say, and you have a conversation that you would like for us to have, or like a local song request. We are here supporting local artists, especially those that have not been getting enough love. Let us know on our different platforms. On Instagram, you can find us on @Power Radio. So can you find us on the same handle on TikTok, on Twitter, and on Facebook. And on Instagram, I am at Caroline_Murote, Caroline Murote on Facebook and Twitter, and at Carol Murote, that's CAROLMUROTE on TikTok. So yeah, let's get geared to have a conversation of, in my opinion, what's happening today, actually, guys, is that we're talking about a soft life. Yeah, soft life is radical. It is an act of self-preservation. What do you actually think about that? Because unajua shida ya huku ni ati soft life has been hijacked by the baddies. The baddies, me, I don't want to be a baddie. I want to be a goodie. Mama msikia watu wa church wakisema hivyo. Why are we baddies? They're not baddies in church. And I'm like, okay, so what are baddies? And somebody said that no, baddies are slay queens. That's just another word to say slay queens. And I'm like, okay, but why can't we have slay queens in church? You can be slaying for Jesus, literally slaying demons. There is no better slaying than that. But yeah, so this movement has been hijacked by the baddies on the socials, who are showing it's how many inches yenye inafika huko kwa as the one that is figuring kwa glutamus glue at maximus the bunda, the hair that ficas there, the human hair, the Brazilian and all the Peruvian and all the other Ians that you all are putting on your heads, looking very beautiful with the nice nails and the nice manicured French tips, with a full face, makeup the face a bit, looking like, slaying on another level. Essentially, when people think about soft life, that is what they're thinking about. But is it? Now, we're going to get into what that is. Why do we say that soft life is a radical and necessary act of self-preservation? What are we actually talking about? And the people that believe that soft life, because I'm one of them, preservation. We're just having a conversation about the necessity of avoiding drama ya matatu. If you don't want to go crazy, you don't want to go mad, you don't want to lose your sanity early in the morning, and you need to get to work on time. Soft life looks like being willing to get Nduthi to get you to work, being willing to get an Uber to work, being willing to carpool to work, being willing to feel somebody's a petrol, a neighbor, probably a close friend who lives in the neighborhood, or who is, you're in their way, so anaweza pita kikupikingi. That is something that could be soft life. Soft life could look like once in a week I'm going to eat nyama. Nitakula nyama yenye napenda, not just anything, but just like my favorite meat. If it's chicken, you're like once a week or once in 2 weeks, I'm gonna do that. Once in a while, I'm going to buy myself perfume that I can barely afford. Soft life. Soft life doesn't necessarily need to look like Kanyimbao on the gram. If you don't know who Kanyimbao is, go look up young African and famous, and you'll acquaint yourself with the wonder that is Kanyimbao. But she's a socialite. She's essentially your Huda Monroe. She's your Vera Sidika, but like, honestly speaking, much more entertaining, much more clout there on the South African shores. And soft life doesn't necessarily have to look like that. Let's look into why people that believe that a soft life is necessary. Mbona, why are we saying this? Because kuna mental health crisis. People are not okay. Genuinely speaking, people are not fine. People are not fine at all, right? There's constant hassle, right? That is leading to a lot of people getting into anxiety, a lot of people getting depressed, a lot of people just having a burnout, and choosing a softer life is a direct response to this crisis. So the Dubai porta potties, guys, that's not the only level of soft life. You know, you wanting to live your best life at the expense of your dignity and your health, your sanity, and your reputation. It doesn't need to get that far, okay? But you needing to get away from, me personally, spendi kufinywa kwa matatu. There's nothing I hate, guys, that I have paid my 80 shillings, my 60 shillings, my 50 shillings, and I'm going to be in this matatu for an hour. There's nothing I hate like sasa mesimama hapo, because first of all, the system says that lazima msimame ndio mfit, not because there isn't enough matatus, but because there are no standards. Like, we don't have rules that we actually follow. Traffic police are there to collect bribes. We are not standardized. You know, there's overpopulation, there is greed. So tunajazwa tu kama mbuzi. And I get it, tumezoea, that is the way of life. But now somebody has come from kazi yake, ya blue collar, hard-working gentleman, hard-working woman, hardworking, has been working so hard, and you can smell the hard work on them at the end of the day. Sometimes even in the morning. Sometimes you can smell the hard work on people in the morning. Let me tell you guys, you're standing like this and your armpit is in my face. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, siezi kushautia, siezi lia, siezi toka hapo. There's nothing to be done. That's just suffering. For the next 1 hour, it's me and your armpit. Now we are having an intimate relationship. Guys, tukisema soft life, if I don't want to go through, if I don't want, unaona this aunties who cook at funerals and weddings, when you wanakuanga na bye-bye arms, wanakuanga na arms times 3, because they are carrying generations. They're the ones who are carrying Africa. They probably at some point carried firewood on their heads. They probably have more than 3 children. And I know I'm profiling women, but don't come for me. You know, these are your aunties. Some of them are our moms. Some of them tumesha kuwa wao. The ones who, you know, when it comes to ugali, they know how to move that thing. They know how to mix uji. They know how to, like, you know, just do that mukimo, whatever that, you know, type of meal is called in your language. Those ones. Na sasa meketi kwa viti zenye, they are made for somebody who is meant to be contesting for the face of Africa. Meant to be contesting for Miss Universe and Miss Kenya. Meant to be skinny. Alafu kuna mimi who's well-fed and somebody's auntie. Guys, are we going to pretend we don't have arms? No, this lady is going to put their arms on mine because mi sina nguvu. So it's either you lean forwards and like, you know, just your back is going to hurt because you're supporting yourself on your core, and that's going to be uncomfortable because also leaning on the seat in front of you, tunaenda ushago. There's bumps everywhere. Drivers don't care about you and your mental health. So you're going to be bumping. So hakuna ati, oh, let me just lean and sleep. No. There's no sleeping. There's no resting. There's no staying still in one comfortable position. So this lady's arms are on you. Ama, those baba nanis that don't care about you, they have no concept of space. Because mbona umenikalia? So is it really ati nataka maisha yenye iko unattainable if I say that I don't want to be in matatus? ni maringo kusema mi sitaki kuwa kwa matatu. Ni maringo, like sitaki kuzoea maisha kama hiyo. That's what we're talking about. When we're talking about like it's radical, it means you accept that in a country where 90% of people are using matatus na wengine wanatembea. If you say that you don't want to use matatus and people are angry at you, it's going to have to be a radical decision for you to make. Because for me personally, that's something that I'm working on. I'm working on escaping, never having to enter matatus unless it's by choice, not because I don't have an alternative. Like nikiona tu niko na 6 hours, I have patience. I can even wait for yenye haina watu ndio niketi pale mbele kabisa mali. The driver won't touch me, so maybe it's just the other passenger and the seat is most likely, comfortable, like there's enough space and unajua pale mbele for the big nganyas, hamsukumani, like hamfinyani. That's soft life for me. So when you find that there's the hustle culture that's making you so tired, that's what is pushing people to desire that. And desiring that is not wrong. We just have to be realistic about it. Let's reject exploitation. That's something else that, we're talking about. That just seeing that the notion that women's worth is tied to their productivity and their ability to endure suffering silently. Imagine, guys, I used to be the kind of girl who anytime kuna pikwa anywhere I am, lazima ningie kwa kitchen because I somehow grew up believing that that's a woman's value. That kama watu wanapika kwa nyumba and you don't enter the kitchen, you are valueless. No, let me tell you guys, at some point in my life, I made friends with such a radical group of girlies that cook the best food. Their homes are in immaculate conditions most of the time. And they're like, imagine you don't have to cook and wash dishes to have value. I had a particular friend that every time naingia kwake, in her bedsitter when we're in campus, I used to start washing dishes because I'm like, how can I be here and I'm not washing dishes? And this girl has fed me. Like, I used to feel like I don't have value. And she used to say, Caroline, do you know that you're still worthy of love even if you don't wash the dishes? And I used to think that that was the craziest thing. Kumbe, she could see that I was suffering. She could see that I was never comfortable doing nothing. And I'm not saying ukwe deadbeat. Like in this thing of you feel worthless and you feel insufficient to the point where if there is another girl sitting around, not chopping, not jumping up and down to serve people, then you look at her badly and projecting the way you feel about yourself, or those values of a woman is defined by her hard work. If that's you, you need to unlearn. You need to unlearn because hard work is beautiful, okay? But that's not what defines you. It is extremely crucial and important. But you constantly being at the beck of and call of other people, sometimes even when it's unsolicited, that is not the way to go. That's not what your value, that's not what holds your value. So let's reject exploitation. What else are we saying? Just intentional living, working smart, right? Setting boundaries and prioritizing joy. That's not talking about laziness. No. We are rejecting a performative business. Like, okay, lazima kila time ukiingia kwa watu you start tidying. And it's like, girl, if you're by yourself in this house, you wouldn't be doing anything. So whose approval are you trying to get? Okay, we're not saying being lazy. Pick up things, get things done. But what are we saying? That you need to live intentionally, where you actually prioritize rest. You prioritize rest. And just a couple of examples of, people who have decided that it's radical and it's necessary to incorporate soft life into your everyday life. This is what they're saying, and I quote, I quit my toxic 9-to-5 for a quieter job. My salary is less, but my peace of mind is priceless. That's my soft life. That's literally my story, guys. Whoever you are, that's my story. That's my story, literally. Like, I was like, I'm not going to die because of money. I'm not gonna die. I need a life where I can hear my own thoughts. I need a life where if I need to take a day off, I'm gonna take a day off, or just a job that allows me to breathe, because I was dying where I was before. Huyu mwingine anasema, why are we proud of being strong and suffering? Being strong is beautiful. Strong and suffering. Strong because of suffering, reject. And she says, I choose to outsource cleaning, say no to extra work, and nap. This is my revolution. Self-care is radical. Me, I've gotten over, oh, you're living beyond your means by taking Uber or Bolt or whatever. Now, iyo ya cleaning, hapo ndio niko. That's my current struggle because I grew up doing my laundry my whole life. My whole life, ama kulikuwa na washing machine. Either way, mimi sijui kulipa mtu anioshe nguo. I have been in households, my own mother would pay ladies to come and clean for us when we didn't have a washing machine. But the rest of the time, it was us taking turns doing the household laundry for 5 people. Like watu wawili, wataosha nguo za watu watano for a whole week. That was our routine growing up, right? And iyo cycle ingekufikia. So you'd be doing laundry once a month or twice a month. You'd be doing laundry like twice a month. Yeah, and that's a lot of laundry. You'll be doing laundry for at least 5 hours because hizo ni nguo za watu watano. 5 people the whole week. People who are going to school, people who are going to work, and people who wake up, they have pajamas every day, wanabadilisha nguo after school, after work, you know, and different outfits every single day. Weekends, I come from a churching family where weekends ni kanisa na kutembelea watu. Saturday, you're going places. Friday night, it's movies, it's youth night at church. So in essence, nguo mingi. And to date, I don't know how to pay somebody because in my mind, I feel like, sasa mtu ananifanyia kazi yangu. And there's an element of shame, which I need to unlearn because that's not my portion. And that's what this person is saying. Now, mwisho akasema, hustle culture, which I detest with every atom of my being. Hustle culture is a scam. It made my parents sick and tired. I won't repeat that cycle. Have I not seen hustle culture in my own household? Hustle culture is not glamorous, okay? Whoever called us a hustler nation does not love us. They don't love you. They don't love you. Beyonce said, they don't love you like I love you. They don't love you like I love you. That's what she said. And honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth. Somebody who tells you that you have to hustle to be okay is not telling you the truth. Reject, especially, I'm a Christian. I'm a child of God. Hustling is not for you. Working hard is different. Mnajua hustle ni nini? It's like hawking. It's like you're selling things at the side of the road. You're begging people for small money. You're begging. Go and Google the meaning of the word hustle and tell me if that defines the way God created you to live your life, okay? And get back to me. Mind you, here we advocate for hard work, planning, and being intentional. Now, on the flip side, watu wenye hawataki soft life, wanasemaje? That soft life is a tone-deaf privilege that ignores economic reality. Woo! Do we say the little? I agree. Tone-deaf? I'm going to be deaf to whatever they say at you. Oh, mafuta imerise. Oh, bei ya sukari. Uku tunateseka. How is that my reality as a child of God? Wacha mteseke. I'm so sorry, guys, but I reject that, okay? If it is tone, imagine I agree. It's true because soft life, it is tone deaf. Is it a privilege? For me, it is because I live on a heavenly economy. I am a child of God and I am living on a heavenly economy. So I am eternally privileged by being a girly that loves Jesus eternally. Do you get what I'm saying? As for the rest of you, mimi sijui where your privilege is coming from. Maybe your grandparents walipata ile land ilikuwa inapeanwa pale na mzee Jomo Kenyatta. I don't know. Maybe they stole money. Maybe they're just extra hardworking and super privileged. And for you, you don't need to hustle like other people's children. That's okay. But that's what the side of the argument is saying, right? That only those with financial safety and a high income can afford to downshift. Guys, that's not necessarily true. It really depends on how determined you are. Because if you want to remain in the same bracket of earning, you will. You will. And there was a report that, funny enough, was being shared in our church where our pastor shared a report on poverty, where there was a wild research, right? These ones who give us money, the World Bank. They did a research and looked into the factors of people remaining in poverty. They say that the number one reason for people to remain in poverty is a lack of a desire for a better life. Lack of a desire for a better life is the reason why most of us stay in the same economic situation. And I myself have been a victim of having a mentality of siezi fanya hivi juu siezi afford. And you're like, oh my God, but like umekula hot dogs mbili za tuso and a brand new top so that you can have a particular wardrobe, a particular look, or like, you know, something that you feel like you can't afford is the same amount of money. So you're here suffering because of poverty mentality, because you're not being your brain has ukonama mentalities in it. You have so many glasses that are blocking your view from being realistic about you can actually afford this thing because the things that you want to afford, you afford them. Ukitaka kuku ama fries, you will buy them. You will find a way to buy like iyo mandazi unataka, chapu unataka. You will, but kitu ingine ya 30 bob, like you're gonna be like, oh, siezi afford, because there is something in your head telling you that you can't afford it. Okay? And that's a mentality, right? That's a mentality. And also just missing ambition. Desire for soft life, or like literally just just being in that space where all you want is soft life. And this is on the problematic side, because we say that a lack of balance is the issue, that anything of too much is poisonous. So as we are having this discussion, we're talking about where there lacks balance, right? So just wanting soft life to no end, with no plan, with no framing of how am I gonna get there, with no strategy, right? Frames ambition and hard work as negative. Hey, nyinyi, oh, mnataka kuteseka, mnapenda kuteseka. No, guys, I don't like hustling, but I advocate for working hard, okay? And this mentality holds back a generation of women from achieving their full economic potential. You won't buy a plot of land or build a house because you're waiting for a man who's going to come do it for you. These are the mentalities that we're talking about. Is it wrong to want a man who's going to build your house? Is it wrong to want a man who will provide as a woman who has those expectations? No. But limiting your productivity to this mentality, that's what we have an issue with. And it goes against the Kenyan spirit of hard work and resilience. Kuvumilia. Kuvumilia in a good way. Si ile kuvumilia ya kuteseka. Not that kuvumilia of you're dying and hauna otherwise. And it also is potentially short-sighted in that opting out of the hustle can have long-term consequences for career advancement and financial independence, especially for single women. A lot of women end up in relationships, truth be told, because hamna pesa. Easy marriage za come we stay. Easy relationships za come we stay, where somebody hajawai enda kwa wazazi, hamjaenda kwa AG, you've not gone anywhere to formalize your relationship, yet you claim to be married, guys. Because, yeah, the court of law says 6 months, but like, okay, so after 9 months when you're fighting, si nivo. Nivo, why? Because there is no seriousness. And the reason why you ended up there is because it was comfortable. Because you don't need to think about nani ana fight na KPLC tokens, nini tokens ikianza kubeep. Nobody's actually stressed about, or rather, mko wawili. So you can actually afford your life in your kabetsita, your 1 bedroom, your 2 bedroom. You can, develop together and do all those things. But the unfortunate part is when you get there because hauna pesa, as opposed to loving this person. So that's an issue. That's an issue, right? And so somebody said, try telling a mama selling mitumba and gikomba about soft life. She's hustling to feed her children. This is a conversation for the rich. I understand this perspective, but I don't necessarily agree that it's the end all of things, okay? It's not that black and white. Somebody else says, my hustle built my house and puts my kids through school. I wouldn't let anyone make me feel ashamed of that. No. Don't ever be ashamed for getting things done because of your hard work. Mwingine akasema, if our mothers had chosen a soft life, we wouldn't be here. Their hustle is our foundation. We can't afford to be soft. Hashtag hard work pays. And you know what I have an opinion about? That there is a healthy balance between working hard and having soft life. And I believe that you can have both to a healthy balance, right? Please don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself because I feel like I'm a product of being in an environment where the adults in my life worked so hard that at the expense of a relationship with their children. Don't have children and work so hard to a point that's not necessary, and you don't have a relationship with your children when they're adults. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Children are your legacy in this world. Other than your marriage, if you're married, or your life partner, the next best thing is your family, your offspring, okay? The things you've worked hard for, guys, unaziachia nani? Who is going to enjoy and celebrate your legacy if you have no relationship with your children? So if you're always at the office, ama you're always out of the house, and it's not a situation of hand to mouth. If your rent is paid, ama you have a secured property, your kids are wearing decent clothes, imagine we don't have to go to Mauritius. We can go to Mauritius once in our lifetime, but there is a level of working hard that's not even healthy because even God rested. Okay, that's what we're saying. So let me know what you think about these different opinions. Soft life, is it a radical, is it radical, or is it just a privilege and denial of reality? What is it? 0748 3792 31 and at Caroline_Murote at Power Radio. Hashtag Sheversations with Caroline Murote. Those are the different spaces where you can have a conversation with us, and hop onto the YouTube comment section. You can let us know where you're tuned in from and what you think about this conversation today so far. And now let's just get into a couple of jams, and then we'll be right back.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
See what the Lord has done for me, taking all the shame and the pain from me. He supplies all my needs every day, kindly. Now I'm steady rocking with the best holy. You can call me son of the dawn, son of the most high only, son of the king manifesting his glory. Holy, holy, the 24 are calling. The lamb is worthy of the praise and glory. Jesus.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
I say, we got it. Alipofufuka dunia yote pale ilitingika, na misingi ya giza ikasambaratika ikaanguka. Hey, malaika kakalia hiyo mawe iliyoziba kaburi ya Kianane. When he pulled up in gatherings, demons were just trembling. Mention the name Jesus, ibitetemesha hii.
And I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Yesu anatetemesha.
Yesu anatete, tete, 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 tete. Yesu anatetemesha. Tete, 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 tete. Yesu anatetemesha. Yesu anatete, tete, 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 tete. Yesu anatetemesha. They call me son of the dawn. When he died in the flesh, he became alive in the spirit, preaching the gospel to the villains who had sinned in those days. Noah was obedient, and Satan was bound because he left his ground. Oh God, when you went up before your people, when you marched through the wilderness for your people, the earth was afraid of you and all the people. You overcame that, and now Christ is the hero.
And I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Yesu anatetemesha.
Yesu anatete, tete, 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 tete. Yesu anatetemesha. Tete, 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 tete. Yesu anatetemesha. Yesu anatete, tete, 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 tete. Yesu anatetemesha. Tete, 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 tete. Yesu anatetemesha.
And I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Yesu anatetemesha.
Yesu anatete, tete, 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 tete. Yesu anatetemesha. Tete, 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 tete. Yesu anatetemesha. Yesu anatete, tete, 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 tete. Yesu anatetemesha. Tete, 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 tete. Yesu anatetemesha.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio. From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Karibu, welcome back to Sheversations with myself, Caroline Murote, and that was what was that? That was Tamu by Zaituni Wamboi. I feel like I've lied. That was Ananipenda by Zaituni. Bado ni Zaituni, at least hiyo nilikuwa nimepata. And Waithaka. Right before that, we had Tetemesha by 1005 Songs, Andrea Willie and Wodomolo, and 1005 Songs, Andrea Willie, Salame and Wodomolo pia wakatuambia mkono wake. That is what we've been listening to. I hope that you were enjoying. And now let's get into what are we talking about today. We're talking about protecting African women from trafficking and exploitation abroad. We already got into this a bit earlier on with some of what's happening. Yeah, and we did look into the Death in Dubai, a documentary by BBC Africa Eye. And this particular documentary was dropped this month. So if you've not had an opportunity to go and have a look, kindly go and have a look. And it focuses on Ugandan women trafficked to Dubai through fake job offers. And what's the most shocking part? That women are actually promised hotel, retail, and office jobs, but end up in sex rings. Imagine your family, because you see, for monarchies, her family knew that maisha yake iko better. They're like, no, this girl is a go-getter. She's ambitious. She was full of life. She was a dreamer. She wanted better things for herself. Lakini ndio huyu amejipata in a really, really bad space. And survivors talk about being forced into degrading porta-potty parties, which are, essentially parties where you have the most humiliating things done to you in the name of fetishes, alafu unalipwa. And the worst things about these trafficked women is that you don't even get your pay. Where ukijileta labda as an individual, utaenda uko na ulipwe vizuri. But unfortunately, a lot of those women have agents. It's unfortunate for everybody, but it's more unfortunate for women who end up going through this very humiliating porta-potty parties and don't even get paid. And this particular documentary highlighted Monique Karungi, who's otherwise known as Monarchies, and Kayla Birungi, right, who died in suspicious circumstances after falling from high-rise buildings. Unaanguka aje? Like, imagine you go to America alafu tusikie ulianguka from a building. That's crazy. Where does that even happen? Only in spaces where black bodies are not loved, where black and African people are treated as nothing. Because how many times have we seen this happening? Nisa, ingia to YouTube and just Google woman thrown from building. Just go and Google how many times that has happened. Uko maju and check the circumstances. It's never at somebody was drunk, nini. Those things are very rare. The times that it has happened mostly ni exploitation. Like, you literally dehumanize somebody to the point where you become comfortable to throw them off a building. And the authorities in this particular cases of Kayla Birungi and Monique Karungi, wakasema ati ni suicide. But the families, as well as the documentary, believed that trafficking and abuse played a role in this lady's dying. And why should you care? Unajiuliza, why should you care? You should care a lot. How many girls right now wanataka kwenda maju to find a better job? How many? Our sisters, our cousins, and our friends are flying out daily for opportunities in the Gulf, right? So this is not just a story for Uganda. This is a story for all Africans, right? And what's happening? The recruitment starts online. You guys need to go and just have a look at the hot story that has been happening in South Africa and the influencers and the Russia trafficking, sex trafficking scam. Or rather, trafficking scam. You need to go and look at it. I'm gonna check what the name of that scandal is. Actually, let's just check that now. It was what? An South Africa influencer scam. Trafficking. Russia. This is how I'm just exposing how I search for things. Yeah, ilikuwa inaitwaje. There's a name of this particular program that essentially a lot of influencers, a lot of very known influencers, social media influencers in South Africa were essentially promoting, right? They were promoting videos, they were promoting this particular, and it has a name, and I'm looking for this particular name. I'm gonna find it, right? Global Initiative Against, okay, that's not it. But it starts with the letter A. Anyways, The point of this is that this is something that has been happening and the recruitment starts online, right? TikTok, Instagram, WhatsApp. Advertising sana hospitality jobs. Most of the time it's hospitality jobs. And for men, it's like security, hotel working, hospitality, right? And then fake agencies, right? Some are unlicensed or operate through middlemen and they handle visas and flights and then they trap women with debts. We have our own TikTok influencers here that have come under flame for being traffickers, and we've discussed a couple of them here on Sheversations. Another thing that happens is that tourist visas, many are flown on short-term visas and not on official work contracts, and that makes them vulnerable because Mimi, for example, if I go to a country like Botswana for 90 days because a visitor's visa is 90 days, and now you're telling me that I'm there for work, and then you're telling me, no, we're going to process your work visa. Guys, that's not how it works. That is not how it works. If you don't have a work visa before you leave the country, usiende kuprocessiwa work visa huko. Because if you don't have your own resources to get yourself around, to accommodate yourself, to feed yourself for those 3 months, and money to get a plane ticket to get the hell out of there, if things don't work out, don't do it. Don't do it. Alafu kuna debt bondage, because recruiters often claim that you can owe that you owe for airfare, you owe for the visa, you owe for housing, and you must work it off, often through sex work. So now you have to prostitute yourself in order for you to pay them back for what they offered you for free, what you thought was for free, unfortunately. And the isolation that happens when passports are taken, phones are monitored, and movements are restricted. And oftentimes, even the amount of money, like you literally get strip searched as you enter and leave certain places, depending on who your agent is and what kind of job you're working. Kumanisha ata pesa yenye ume earn, si yako. Like if you have money on you, they're going to take everything. They're going to put you in a room where they search. They're like, everything, toa kila kitu. All your money, all your documents, put them away. So unless you're going to hide labda in your breast, and I've read so many stories where, for example, domestic workers, wanafika and then they're strip searched. Naked. You remove your clothes, everything is searched, they take what they want and they leave you with everything else. Kumanisha that you don't have any agency over your own body. And you ask yourself, Sasa, why are women falling for this? Because the girlies are unemployed, guys. The girlies hawana pesa. People are not okay. People don't have money. People are struggling. Yeah? Uganda has youth unemployment at 70%, and Kenya isn't far behind for young women struggling to find decent jobs. A lot of those girls are looking for decent jobs, like wanajipata in very hot water, and a lot of pressure to provide, because young women are expected to support families, to black tax, to pay sibling school fees, or to hustle for survival. Now wengine sawa ndio wananisumbuanga sana. Soft life culture, we've just unpacked what kind of soft life we're talking about. Mimi nikisema sitaki kupanda matatu, it is allowed if I can afford an alternative. But if I cannot, apo tuangalie, let's check on that, ladies and gentlemen, our boys and girls. So, soft life, the Dubai dream, right? Wanting to shake what your mama gave you on a yacht in Dubai, okay? That's not as cute as it sounds, right? And the Dubai dream is sold on Instagram, where, fancy hotels, pretty backdrops, shopping, and recruiters tap into this. They sell you a dream. They sell you sandcastles in the air, and you buy the dream. So sad. And another reason why this works is a lack of awareness. Many don't know what trafficking really looks like until it's too late. And for a lot of those girls, it's genuinely girls that have no idea. They don't even know how to do their own research. They're not exposed enough, and it's the most unfortunate circumstances. And the system fails us because there's weak regulation. For example, in Uganda, there are laws that actually against illegal recruitment, right? But the enforcement is very patchy. And Kenya has very shady labor export companies. Very, 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 very shady. And the embassies are like, zoop, we don't know anything about that. We don't know what's happening. The consulates in the Gulf often say, our hands are tied if you went illegally, right? But a human life is a human life. And there are different data leaks where the BBC reported possible misuse of national ID data in Uganda, making women traceable by traffickers. And in Kenya, we've had Huduma number data leak fears. And could this be happening here too? Yes. And then there's victim blaming, guys. The system is failing because of victim blaming. Because a lot of the time, communities mock women with, why did she go, instead of demanding for justice. Like, you're asking why did she go, but like a woman who went for better job opportunities, we already know she wants a better life for herself, because where are the job opportunities in our country? They are available but very hard to access for a lot of people. And instead of looking into why did that even happen in the first place, you victim blame. The same thing we do when women are killed. Alikuwa wapi, sangapi, alikuwa amevaa nini, alifanyia huyo mzee nini. You know, when girls are killed in Airbnbs, you're like, alikuwa anaenda kutafuta nini, not actually addressing the fact that it's so easy for women to be killed in our country. The issue is, why is it so easy for all of the systems to exploit women while we are comfortable blaming the women as opposed to fighting the systems? And why this conversation really, really, really matters for our country, Kenya, guys, is because thousands of Kenyans actually work in the Gulf. Thousands of Kenyans work as they're working as domestic workers. They are working as nannies. They're working as security guards. They're working as drivers. And we've seen Kenyan women abused in Saudi Arabia, and some have come home in coffins. Okay. Go on YouTube and search. Woman from the Gulf comes back home dead. Citizen, KTN, NTV, they have reported on so many of the stories. And unfortunately, it only lasts as long as the news cycle. Meanwhile, somebody's life is dead and their family and their loved ones have to reckon with them. It's very, very sad. And a 2023 Amnesty International report documented Kenyan migrant women facing beatings, facing unpaid wages, and confiscated passports in the Middle East, essentially slaves. And the Death in Dubai story is a mirror, because what happened to Ugandan women is already happening to Kenyans. What must we do to change this thing? Even as we get to the end of this conversation, we must regulate recruitment. Regulate recruitment properly. Only licensed and verified agencies, as well as heavy fines for illegal recruiters, right? And then also looking into the conditions of how these people are actually working and doing in-depth investigations. Save migration training. Just that's pre-departure sessions that explain risks, rights, as well as embassy contacts. You know, what do you actually need to do to safeguard your safety now that you have taken this risk of traveling to another country? Because guys, even going on a legal trip to Tanzania, hapa tu, you could go through a lot as somebody who's not going there for work, as somebody who's just traveling for business, traveling for holiday. A lot happens, let alone you putting your life, you know, and safety into the hands of an agency because you want to go and earn a living. Still, migration is very, very risky, even on a regular basis. We need to have embassy accountability, which looks like 24/7 hotlines, right? Safe houses and real rescue missions for distressed nationals, as well as data protection. Governments need to secure ID databases so that traffickers are not able to get people's personal information. And we need to continue having awareness conversations, awareness campaigns like what we're doing here on today's Sheversation. You know, TikTok, radio, right? Like, yeah, church community forums that honestly tell real survivor stories and not just warnings, right? So yeah, we're also gonna continue having conversations about, you know, traffickers. That's remember one of the conversations that we had at the People's Dialogue Festival by one of our faves, Gideon, who is a survivor of trafficking, right? Trafficking, and he has an organization that talks about trafficking, and we had a conversation about how rampant is trafficking in Kenya, within our own country and also abroad. And we had that conversation. This is around May when we're having the People's Dialogue Festival that happened in Uhuru Park. And this is a conversation that continues, that needs to be continued, because the act itself and the crime and the heinous things that happen to people has not ended. And we also need to put up community watches where families, our friends and schools should question job offers that sound too good. I remember that our caretaker, one of our caretakers in a space that I have lived before, at some point sought the landlord's support. The landlord was very willing to actually support him to go and work abroad. Akaulizwa, okay, bu submit information about where you're going. And after the landlady went through the information of what was happening, she told this young guy, the caretaker, huwezi enda, mimi siwezi kusupport because ni kama unaenda huko kukufa. this is slavery. This is not making sense. This is not safe. And he was very heartbroken. But I told him, you're better off here hustling, doing this job and doing the kinds of jobs that you do that you're not very happy with, but you can do them alive. You can do them healthy. You're not a slave to anyone, as opposed to going abroad, being sold a dream that actually takes away your life and your actual freedom. And I really appreciated that kind of community, just safeguarding for this young gentleman, because I also told him, come on, the lady who's sponsoring you has said she doesn't trust this opportunity. Usiende, achana nayo. You pray that God is going to open another door for you. And I have a couple of questions that you can engage us on 0748 37 9231, 0748 37 9231. Would you report or warn a friend if you suspected that they were being lured abroad into unsafe work? And do you believe that anything would be done about it? Another question is, why do you think that so many young women still take the risk, even with all the horror stories we've heard? Desperation. In my opinion, that's what it is. You let me know why you think this is happening. Is it victim blaming when we say she should have known better? Or is it accountability? Or is it somewhere in between? And the last one is, if government embassies are failing, who should step in? Is it churches? Is it NGOs? Or is it us as peers? Right? You let us know. And now we're just going to end up, just finish it off with this. 2021 to 2024 cases of Kenyan women abused in Saudi Arabia, reported by The Nation, and in BBC Africa has over 80 cases. Over 80 cases, right? We also do have our TikTok, Rish Kamunge. Rish Kamunge, we know her from TikTok. Right, the travel agent scams where Dubai jobs are advertised, or Thailand or Bali, and you end up in detention. Right. So do your homework, ladies. You need to register to travel. You register travel with people that love you and know you. Have peer accountability, and support survivors. Support survivors. So just know that not every DM promising you a Dubai hotel job is from God. Some are actually from traffickers. Most of them are. And the soft life dream is being weaponized against us. So remember that this isn't just Uganda's problem, ladies and gentlemen. This is East Africa's reality. And as Kenyan brothers, sisters, and friends, we have to speak, warn, and demand protection. We have to make trafficking uncool. We have to scream and shout about it, and call out shady recruiters, okay? Because it's not okay. Let me know what you think. 0748 37 92 31. Again, 0748 37 92 31. That has been our Sheversation for today at Caroline_Murote. And feel free to continue leaving your comments there on our YouTube comment section. And we are going to continue having this conversation another day, though. Wednesday and Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Same time, same place. I'm going to see you guys. Bye-bye.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio. From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
I dream of a sky where the lights never die down. I'm awake in my sleep and I'm falling to the ground. I want the answers to the questions of the reactions. Whether it makes sense or the path is fatal attraction. Is it the whiteness of the cloud or the steam in my mirror? Is it the broken of a glass? Could it be more clearer? 'Cause I feel so alive. No one can stop me even if they try. 'Cause I've been trying much too long. You can beat me down, I stay strong. 'Cause I feel so alive. Beat me down, I'll stay strong. Through the rain and the hail and the fire, through whatever they bring. 'cause I feel so alive. No one can stop me even if they try. 'Cause I've been trying much too long. You can beat me down, I'll stay strong. 'Cause I feel so alive. Beat me down, I'll stay so alive. No one can stop me even if they try. 'Cause I've been trying much too long. You can beat me down, I'll stay strong. 'Cause I feel so alive. Beat me down, I'll stay strong. You can beat me down. No matter what they try, I'ma stay so alive. I dream of a sky where the lights never die down. I'm awake in my sleep and I'm falling to the ground.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.